Hey everybody, I was gonna do the Chanter next, and you'll probably get it in that order, but it kept crashing on me. I think I tried to do it 5 times, and so I'm skipping to the Fighter and the Rogue just for simplicity's sake, because I'm tired of reading off the Chanter stuff, and I'm doing this all at once, because I don't want to edit or do any of that nonsense. So right now we're doing the Fighter. Um, Obviously a straightforward class. Anyone that's ever played a Fighter in a game knows they are. Um, But, you know, some people like it. I've never been one for it, but the fighter in this game is a pretty interesting class. Definitely has the most... It's one of the harder classes to kill in a single encounter. Um, which kind of gives it its own little Achilles heel. But we have done the... I think we've done everything but elves. Which I'll do, did I do elves? I don't remember. But we're going to do elves on the rogue and the wizard, so we'll do dwarf again here. Actually, no. We'll do a Maua, because I don't want to get knocked down with my fighter. Prone to... defend against prone and stun. That's what I want. So there we are, fighter. We're not going to go full on might like everyone else. We're going to go competent in might, we're going to go with a solid constitution, and we're going to go solid dexterity. You get more, probably get a little more damage out of might than you do dex, but all in all. But I would like to point out that you also get a higher chance to crit with having dexterity, so it gives it a little burst to your nature. It's just a flavor thing, I guess. I don't know the numbers on it, and I don't pretend to. We're going to go ahead and go over abilities while we're in here. Obviously, knockdown. Everyone's seen knockdown, but it doesn't cause it knocks them down. You get 2 per encounter, but it doesn't cause much damage. Defender. This is it's modal. Make sure it's on if you are going to be a frontline fighter. It helps a great deal. It increases your deflection, your engagement range, your number of enemies you can engage at any given time, and your attack speed, so have it up. Constant recovery is another modal ability that you can have up at the same time, and there's no reason not to. +1 stamina per second charged. You regenerate stamina. That's all you need to know. That's it. There's nothing else you need to know with the situation. We're going to also discuss whether... And some people will probably argue, but right now I don't know if intellect really is a worthwhile stat for warriors. These are all personal buffs, and they're modal. They're not even temporary. And this is a single target. So I don't know. I don't think you get any AoE. Really? Maybe you do later on. And we're gonna do something. One of the other things I'd like to point out is this. It's hard to tell what these dual-wielding spears, because why not? I think this is an S-Talk. It's hard to tell. Like, hopefully when they fill this out, they will tell you, because we're gonna pick that feat up. But we don't have to worry about it until we're in the game. But I do wish they tell you what weapon you are going to get saddled with, so that you can make the right decisions for your character at character creation, because a lot of people are like, well, I want to use, you know, this weapon or that weapon. I went right by it. Sorry, I have it from doing 15 Chanter videos that crash. I keep going to the moon. I'm doing the moon godlike with the Chanter. So we're going to name him Fighter, because we're original. Alright, so just to cover our bases, let's go in. Oh, wrong one. I gives us the inventory. This is an S-Stock, so what we're going to do is we're going to level a proficiency in that weapon, just because we're not going to get another weapon for a little while. Fighter needs to have athletics, I think, more than lore. Lore's cool and all. Your first ability is Vigorous Defense. This is a per encounter ability. It increases your deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will saves by 20. this is a temporary buff. So intelligence does play a factor into this, because it will increase the duration. But I believe that's the only one the fighter gets up until 5, where intellect plays that part. But, you know, it is what it is, so... Where is that? I believe you get access to this at level 4, so we're not going to pick this one. Hold the line, we can increase our engagement limit, but we're not going to. You can get an additional knockdown per encounter, which 3's a lot. Increases the fighter's awareness in defender mode, and this one is increases your rate of stamina recovery. Let's be a knockdown master. And we picked up Armored Grace. You get a +3 armor damage threshold. The fighter focuses on instinctive blah 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 fluff text. You can read it. Should be in 1080p. Also, it's been pointed out on the forums, there's a line missing here, a pixel line on this graphic for the done button, if you haven't noticed it in my other videos. So we're going to be a knockdown king. We'll have 5 knockdowns in this group, because I don't think that's enough. We'll go ahead and toss some points in more, just for giggles. Now we got to find the one that the S stock's under. I can't remember which one it is. It is the Adventurer, so this should give us a damage bonus for using this weapon. It's a weapon specialization. So, let's see what our damage is right now. It's 18 to 28 pierce, that's not bad. Our accuracy is 40, you can get that a little higher than this. If we would have selected, say, a class with a dex bonus and pumped dex all the way, we would have gotten like 42 or 43. And I think there's like a weapon talent that increases accuracy with the weapons as well, not just damage. So we will level up our last time, and that should put us a little higher too, just by leveling up. And we get Unbending 3 times per rest. This is another one of those it's a 5-second buff, but it will increase the duration of it if you have intelligence, which this one could be worth having. It'll make you less reliant on healers. 50% of the damage damage taken converted to healing over time. So, like, if you feel like you're about to get mollywopped, you can pop this and be in a better position for it. This modal ability is active. Defender is not. It is now active, as is that
yes,
warrior's.
Going.
The fighters, BB fighters, defender mode, and we're gonna pop him into archer. We definitely don't need him in the front lines here. And I want this guy to take the brunt of it because he's got a shield, and I'm going to be the striker. It is not going to be fundamentally different between these two. He might even do more damage than me, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. And we'll hit this guy. Start the fight. Okay, so I'm moving my guy in now. I'm gonna go after this guy and just immediately start with a knockdown. I put him down. And let's see how we're doing in terms of damage with the build I laid out, which probably isn't that much. Fighter critically hits 43 pierce damage. And I just took a I think I hit him twice. Yep, there's 27 damage and 33 I'm consistently hitting. Like, I'm crit. That was a regular hit, and I'm pretty sure the 43, I didn't look, but I'm pretty sure that was a crit as well. And our other warrior is getting down a little bit, but have no fear. BB Priest is here. And just to augment us a little bit, we'll increase our damage threshold for everybody here. And since I can show it on either one of these characters, I'm going to pop Vigorous Defense. Just to give you an idea, I'll probably take less damage now. Combining that with whatever, I can't remember the spell I put from the priest. It doesn't matter, we're not showing the priest, I've shown the priest in a previous video I've done. So you'll see, if you want to see the priest, that's where it is. Let's move him out. He might take some. He's hobbled. Oh. I grazed for 16 damage. Like, the Dex might not boost damage as much, but like constantly doing solid damage as opposed to a little bit here and a little bit there. Not to say that mine wouldn't do the same thing, because it very well probably does. I do less here. That was a graze. And we're going to try and knock down because the priest is annoying. I want this priest out of commission. He is problematic. And just to play a little bit, we'll increase everyone's might. Unless that was an interrupt. Try and knock him down again, because yes, that's what we wanted. And he's down. We'll see who killed him, hopefully. I think the wizard killed him. Yep. PB Wizard killed the Capricorn. I should have been looking for it. I was looking through the wild needle. Oh well. So we should have Murdeth or Midrith down momentarily. And the other fighter is taking a bunch of damage, but it is what it is.
Yes?
That is the warrior. A lot of modals. I mean, we knew that was going to happen anyway. And a few like temporary buffs to make duration matter. Hopefully later levels give you better options to make intelligence more worthy, or perhaps before launch Obsidian adds in some talents that you can spec into to make it more pronounced. But as of right now, like, I kind of worry that, especially if you're using big weapons, you have slow attack speeds.
Very well.
Especially if you're in heavy armor.
Very well.
So resolve is, I would say resolve's a good skill in that case, or a good
Very
attribute.
well.
But perception, if you were doing perception, it's better to have more attacks. So I would be going with lighter armor with her perception build, and maybe some dual wielding going on in there. But that is, whatever flavor you want.
Yes?
You could probably go sword and board with that as
Very well.
Maybe even spec into an extra knockdown. And then you would be a solid interrupt class, especially if you're using faster weapons. But those are just some ideas,
Very
some
well.
off-the-cuff ideas.
Going.
But intellect, I don't know with the warrior. I don't know if it's worth it for these two skills. I don't know what's coming on down the pipe. And if you notice, this one's per encounter, so I got it back. This one's per rest, so I only have 2 more for the day. Once again, these knockdowns are per encounter. But there's the warrior. And to show you, I picked two-handed just so I could show you the difference between that and someone running sword and shield. There is a difference in attack speed. He's attacking faster than me. So, and on a dex build,
Yes.
I should have probably gone with a one-handed weapon.
Very well.
Just to speed up the number of accurate hits I had. But it's one of those things that just think about it, how you want to do it, and make the decision. Make the decision that's right for you with your warrior, with your fighter. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and hopefully
Yes.
I can get through the rogue.
Yes.
I'm going to go through the rogue right now after this video, and then I'm probably just going to go ahead and do the wizard before I do the chanter, and I'm going to keep trying the chanter. I want everyone to see the chanter because I like the chanter, but it's one of those things that it's just being a pain in the rear. So I hope you enjoyed it, and you guys have a good one. If you need to ask me any questions or comments, if you aren't in the beta and you want to know some things, I don't mind, you know, within reason. I'm not going to go spend 9 hours doing something to figure something out for you. But, I mean, if you just want to know how I feel about a class or something, or you have any questions about a class that I can answer pretty easily, I don't mind answering. My name is Ganrich on Obsidian's forums. So good luck, Godspeed, and hopefully I'll have these other videos out soon, and I'll have them all up on YouTube so you can watch them all at once. You guys take care.